Hello everyone, Cap here and welcome back to some more Mechabellum. There is a trick to basically get 100 extra credits every turn. I had a great match yesterday with a crazy close finish where I made use of that trick. But without spoiling anything, let's get into the game. I am going against Fang here. I've encountered this person before, I'm pretty sure. We are very close in rating, both about 14k. So this promises already to be a good game. And I'm starting with Marksman Specialist, Fangs and Phoenix. My opponent has Sledgehammers and Marksman. I'm going for Arclights here. Even though Arclights are not good versus either Sledgehammers or Marksman, but I'm expecting the opponent to play some sort of chaff, so either Fangs or Crawlers, and I think Crawlers are more likely. And also in general, even if it's not round 1, they will have it round 2 or something, so you always need something like an Arclight or something to take care of chaff. And there are crawlers behind the tower, kind of as expected. So let's hope my Arclights are able to help out with those. And get them down quickly, so my Phoenix and Marksman actually can shoot the sledges now. Not quite quick enough though, at least on the right. Two annoying crawlers, distracting all of my leftover army. And my opponent is Heavy Armor Specialist, by the way. I keep forgetting to check before round 1. You should always check right away. But easier said than done, I guess. I keep forgetting. And my Phoenix not able to deal with the leftover sledges and that one Marksman there. Don't really like any of these. I'm skipping for some additional money and I'm going for some crawlers too. I feel like I need a little bit more distraction. And also the crawlers can help a little bit to clean up the opponent's crawlers quicker as well. And I'm adding one more marksman. So I also have a marksman on the right now to deal some damage to the sledges. And going for the attack upgrade. I'm still not sure if it influences any of the matchups here. Well, Fangs and Crawlers always kind of benefit because they don't deal a lot of damage. But yeah, I kind of wanted to negate the Heavy Armor Specialist on the other side. And there are Crawlers coming in through the middle, really annoying. They are distracting both of my marksmen. So this was really bad for me. And I'm losing this round pretty hard. Because my marksman just couldn't help at all with the sledges. And I'm doing something that I have not really done that much before. I'm going for the cheaper Wasps. Because I lost the last round pretty hard, I feel like, and Wasps are good here, since they can distract the marksman and also help clear up the crawlers. So they should be really good here. And maybe turn this around for me, temporarily at least. And don't worry, there's another plan coming. And I'm also going for the additional damage against ground units. So the Wasps should actually now one-shot the crawlers. I just checked the HP and the damage numbers and now they should be able to one-shot crawlers. And yeah, snipers getting distracted on the wasps now. And also the crawlers got cleaned up pretty quickly from my wasps as well. So the wasps really doing work here. Both distracting and taking out a lot of units. And this was an easy round for me. Skipping again. Didn't like any of this. And I'm doing a trick here, basically. I took the subsidized wasps. So wasps only cost 100 now. But if you sell them with the field recovery active, you get 200 back. So you can basically make 100 extra credits a turn if you keep selling wasps. There is a downside though, because if you don't have wasps already, you need to buy wasps to then sell them, and that will take up one of your 2 units that you can buy a turn. So it's not fully free 100 credits, but I already had the wasps because I needed or I wanted to use them and they helped me, but wasps don't last that long, they get easily countered. Pretty much, and I decided to now sell all of my wasps round after round and get some extra credits while I'm doing that. And yeah, here we go. The opponent going for Mustangs as expected to deal with my wasps. So selling them is like double value. I don't give the opponent easy targets for the Mustangs. And I'm getting 100 credits extra every turn when I sell them. And by the way, I went for some Stormcallers because I expected the Mustangs against the Wasps. And Stormcallers are good against Mustangs. And also good against Marksmen as well. Depending on how everything is positioned, but quite often Marksmen run into the missiles of the Stormcallers. And yeah, he also bought Mustangs with the anti-air upgrade, by the way, so he went all out already on countering my wasps. So he kind of got baited into that. And then I already expected him to play the Mustangs, and that's why I played the Stormcallers. So yeah. I was kind of setting him up, basically, and it worked out perfectly. Skipping again. And my opponent has the Mustangs pretty far in the back. And everything comes in at an angle that fire should be really good here, so I was considering fire on the artillery, on the Stormcallers. However, for now, I have this perfect space there in front of my tower for some shields. He doesn't have a ton of damage against shields yet. He doesn't have Stormcallers, he doesn't have Steel Balls or anything. So the shields should be really good here. And also the fortresses deal with the sledgehammers. So basically, fortress damage and Stormcaller damage should take out pretty much everything. While at the same time, fortress with the shield will kind of defend everything. Going for some forward crawlers there to distract my Stormcallers. Shields holding out for quite a bit. Now they are down though. And the level 3 marksman on the right is not great for me. Can take care of my fortress over there. But on the left it's looking decent. Fortress still holding out. My level 3 marksman helping with the sledgehammers as well. Fortress falls now though. But it's a close round. I'm losing this one. And I'm kind of getting scared here that the snipers will overwhelm my fortresses. I had this scenario happen before, where I thought fortresses would be really good, but then the opponent just leveled their marksman, and the fortresses just died so quickly. And yeah, I sold my final pair of wasps, my final pack, and so total I spent 300 on the wasps and I got 600 back from selling them. And I'm going for Vulcans with the fire grenade here. Because the quicker the crawlers and the mustangs die, the quicker my fortresses can just take care of the sledgehammers. And the quicker they are done, then the marksmen are exposed and I should be able to win that round. And the opponent went for Overlords with Wasp Swarm, or the Mothership upgrade, I mean. So there are Wasps spawning. Fire in the middle, taking care of quite a lot of crawlers. And the Vulcans on the outside there, targeting the Mustangs. And now also the fortresses are targeting the sledgehammers pretty quickly, and sledgehammers are all down already. However, Wasps and Overlord, I only have like 2 snipers and 4 Phoenix total, I think, to deal with any of that. And the right was enough. On the left it's really close. However, I got the tower just in time. And that's why I also get the left side. Okay, but now I know my opponent, Overlords and Wasps. I'm not fully prepared to deal with that right now. By the way, I keep forgetting about the anti-air missiles on the fortress, because early on when I started playing this game, I thought it's really trash and I never used it since pretty much. However, in this situation it would have been good, I'm pretty sure. To deal with wasps and also get some damage on the overlords. It should have been good here, to be honest. But I'm deciding to go for some mustangs with the anti-air upgrade and level 2 mustangs. To be fair, probably the better solution here anyways, since my opponent doesn't really have clear for my mustangs, as long as they are staying a little bit back, but they have additional range from the anti-air upgrade, so they should be fine. Opponent playing some more forward crawlers to get my fire down there. But yeah, mustangs, range is a bit too long, so they stay a little bit in the back and actually do some work. Not enough though. One overlord down. The second one, it's very close on the very left. Fortress and Vulcans dying pretty quickly from the leveled snipers and the leveled overlords. So not quite enough. Both overlords, or 2 overlords are surviving, taking some damage here. I'm pretty low already. Going for some more wasps, or for the wasp swarm rather, playing it in the middle because on the outsides there are mustangs. And I'm hoping they can buy me some time. And I'm upgrading my Phoenixes, so I have more damage against the Overlords. Leveling Fortresses also really good, because also the shield gets increased HP. And I have exactly 500 left. I'm considering what I'm going to do here. And I'm taking a credit to buy an additional pack of Mustangs, and I'm getting the range upgrade too. So with range, they should really be out of harm's way and really deal a lot of damage to, or clear up all the Wasps, and then also deal damage to the Overlords. So with range from the range upgrade and the anti-air upgrade, they have a really long range, as you can see now. And they're taking out all the Wasps pretty quickly. Also dealing decent damage to the Overlords, but to really finish the Overlords I need some shots from Phoenix and my Marksman. However, the Mothership upgrade is basically negated now. The Mustang's really taking care of those quickly. And my opponent went into even more Overlords, by the way, so he's basically going full out on Overlords with Mothership upgrade. So additional Mustangs with the range upgrade were a good call here. Yeah, I'm still not sure. I wanted to test this and I still haven't. If the shield device specialist, if that also increases the HP of the shield of the fortress. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, but I'm not 100%. If any of you guys know, please let me know. Because then that card would be really good with fortresses. But I'm assuming it doesn't work like that. Playing the missiles on the very outside there, hoping I can get the missiles or the sentries to hit the Overlords. Get some damage in and also slow them. So they kind of get staggered and some come in a bit earlier, the ones in the middle, than the ones on the outside. And I'm going for some more Phoenix here. I need more anti-air, and I need more anti-air against the Overlords, because the Wasps are already dealt with by the Mustangs. They also help with the Overlords, but some additional Phoenix wouldn't hurt. And here we go. And my opponent decides to go mobile beacon on 4 Overlords and let them basically cruise in the back of their base to just constantly spawn the Wasps without dying. I'm not sure if that's the best idea, but we will see. My Phoenix is really helping. As you can see, the Mustangs kind of tickle the Overlords, but once the Phoenixes shoot, they actually take some good damage. And I'm getting through on the left side, I'm getting the tower. So basically all that's left now are the 4 Overlords my opponent placed in the very back. And the sentry on the right getting some of my Mustangs. And here we go. And I'm getting the tower just in time. The Overlords still deal a lot of damage to my Phoenix and would have one-shot my Phoenixes for sure without the tower. And only 3 Phoenixes left and a couple of Mustangs. I don't have a lot of anti-air left, but I'm winning this round. And I only won this round because I got the tower just in time, because my opponent did the mobile beacon thing and the Overlords were still behind the tower when I got to that tower. This was really, really close. If I didn't get the tower there in time at the very end, I would have died for sure. Because his Overlords would have one-shot my Phoenix and I only had like 10 Mustangs left or so, and they wouldn't have been able to deal with the Overlords. So yeah, GG. This was a cool match. So, but I think the mobile beacon in the end there kind of broke my opponent's neck. So without that, without a mobile beacon at all, I think maybe they would have won. I'm not sure. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and stuff. And I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.